1967-68 Seattle University tennis team came together as one of the top teams in the country, finishing in the top 10 of the NCAA Division I Tennis Championships in San Antonio, Texas. Tom Gorman, the captain of the team, was ranked 24th nationally. After a 2-3 trip through the Bay Area, the team returned to Seattle to face crosstown rival University of Washington. Gorman defeated top-ranked Dick Knight in that match, but the team lost to the Huskies 5-2. I think that's the only time the Huskies won here tonight, as I noticed. However, Seattle University would recover to defeat top Northwest schools Idaho, Portland, Oregon State. The Chieftains finished with a 17-6 record and placed 8th at the NCAA Division I Tennis Championships. Gorman, a first-team All-American, went on to a successful professional career. Other members include Stu Kusick, Brian Parrott, Len Gerstmeyer, Warren Farmer are all here this evening. Please come forward, gentlemen, and Brian's going to say a few words. There they are.
Make no mistake about it, we are standing here tonight in large part because there was a guy named Tom Gorman who wanted to be here tonight. Tom said, let everybody know his youngest daughter, Kellyanne, graduated from high school today. So any other reason he would have been here for sure. But we all were the beneficiary of having a guy that was incredible in TG. But I had a little bit of fun. I found a 1968 spring sports press book, and this relates to us guys. Coach Hedger said, the Seattle University tennis team of 1968 will not be as strong as last year's team, but this group of racket swingers will win their share of matches. One of the big losses to the by graduation was a 4-year letterman, Steve Hops. There's no way to resupply that vast experience and knowledge of the game which Steve Hops brought to the team, which was 100% true. So please stand up, Mr. Steve Hops, because he was a rock. He was a rock. Hoppy played with Tom in high school tennis and everything else, and they were an incredible team. And Steve and Tom went to the Nationals as a two-man team and finished 20th in the country. Now, then we came along and we had the benefit of, there was a man from Wenatchee. I called him Beef because his first name is Stu. So Beef Stu right here is a solid doubles player. Let's give Stuart Cusick from a tennis family. And then we had the talented left-hander from West Seattle, who always reminded me of Sylvester Stallone. And he still looks a little bit, if you step back a little further, he squint a little. No, Warren, one of the best athletes, I mean, incredible left-handed, solid and everything. And so Warren was on this team, and we could send 4 of us. So we had Tom and myself, and then from Yakima Valley College, transferred an outstanding player, and he is right behind me. But I'll also say, the Nike whole swoosh thing, he was the first real Mr. Nike tennis, Glenn Gerstmeyer from Yakima. So Glenn was part of our team. Now, we started out the season, we bonded on the trip to Northern California. We went down to, we hopped in the van and we played Cal Berkeley in the morning and we'd play San Jose State in the afternoon. The budgets were pretty tight then, and we wound up playing, Foothills in the morning and Stanford in the afternoon. But we wound up coming back, and, we were a solid team. We went to, but we could send 4. So with the 4-man team, Warren beat a guy named Bobby Geltz, who was a very good Princeton player. These guys played doubles. We wound up with Tom and I played doubles together, and we knocked out Stanford's #1 team 12-10 in the third. It was Ripner and Spiegel, and then we lost to SC's Leonard and Avoyer in 3 sets. But Tom almost beat Stan Smith, 7-5 in the third, and the points wound up when it was all done. The little school out of the Pacific Northwest finished 8th in the country in the NC2A, and it really was an amazing achievement. And so these guys, that team deserves a hand. Guys, one final thought. You realize with all the studs in the room and in the history, with John Tresvant and the Workmans and all the Circalis, the baseball, we can say we're in the same Hall of Fame with Elgin. Isn't that pretty cool? But again, thank you very much, Seattle U, and to everybody.
Need a photo of you guys.